Liverpool transfer news is heating up. Guehi speaks out. Isak faces a warning, and a rising star dreams of Anfield. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss a single Liverpool transfer bombshell. News headline. Liverpool drop huge Stefan Bajcetic into news and details. Liverpool have got some decisions to make this January over the fate of certain players. Onslaught doesn't have space in his squad to accommodate everybody, and we could see fringe and young players fixed up with loans for the second half of the season. Asterisk in the case of James McConnell, for example. He has returned to Merseyside following his ill-fated loan spell at Ajax. Once he recovers from an undisclosed injury, the midfielder will be expected to move on loan to a different club for the second half of the season. Another player recovering from injury whose future needs sorting out is Stefan Bajcetic. Stefan Bajcetic at center of transfer rumours. The 21-year-old has barely played for the Reds' first team since 2023. He appeared briefly towards the end of the 2023-24 campaign before being sent out on loan last term. The Spaniard joined Red Bull Salzburg on loan under Pep Leonders for the 2024-25 campaign but returned early when the Dutchman was sacked. A spell at Las Palmas for the second half of the campaign worked out better for the midfielder, who played consistently despite the Canary Islanders' relegation. Bajcetic underwent surgery over the summer on a troublesome injury, ruling out another loan deal for the 2025-26 campaign. Having suffered a setback in his recovery, the number 6 is finally on the road back, but it remains to be seen whether he has a first-team future under Onslaught. Asterisk, Liverpool reject Girona's Bajcetic bid. There may, however, be an encouraging sign for the Spain under-21 international, however, with claims that Liverpool have knocked back Girona's attempts to take Bajcetic on loan for the second half of the season. The Catalans wanted a loan deal for Bajcetic described as their initial target in a report from Sport, but having been rejected in their overtures by Liverpool, Girona looks set to move for Claudio Echeverri and Christian Aslani instead. Midfield options have taken a battering this season, with all 5 senior options suffering injuries and some of them showing significant signs of wear and tear. If the Anfield club are intending to keep Bajcetic around until the end of the season in order to help out once he is fit, then we can take this loan rejection as a positive sign. Now fighting for his Liverpool future, Bajcetic is only under contract until 2027. A good second half to the season could lead to a new contract or else attract suitors who may be willing to pay good money for the former Celta Vigo tier. News headline. Liverpool transfer news live. New Guehi revelation. Diomande dream and Szoboszlai agreement news and details. All the latest Liverpool news and transfer updates for January, including incoming possibilities such as Marc Guehi, Joel Ordonez, Yan Diomande and others. Asterisk hello and welcome to Liverpool FC Transfer News Live blog on Saturday, January 10. Liverpool came away with 1 point from the Emirates Stadium following a goalless draw against Premier League leaders Arsenal on Thursday. Onslaught was handed another injury blow, with Connor Bradley suffering a serious-looking knee injury and having to be stretchered off. That it will give the Dutchman plenty to ponder ahead of an FA Cup clash against Barnsley. Liverpool do not play their third-round clash until Monday. Away from the pitch. Rumours have continued with the January transfer window in full swing. Liverpool remain heavily linked with Crystal Palace defender Marc Guehi, who saw a £35 million move to Anfield collapse last summer. But that is not the only player being linked with a move. Figures from Joel Ordonez to Yan Diomande are sparking speculation. However, a number of others have been linked with moves away from Anfield, with the rumour mill churning surrounding Federico Chiesa and Dominic Szoboszlai. Asterisk Marc Guehi to snub Manchester City for Liverpool. Marc Guehi is seemingly in favour of a move to Liverpool rather than to Manchester City. The Sky Blues are said to be challenging Onslaught's Reds for the Crystal Palace skipper's signature this month, although a deal could prove more likely to land in the summer. The Athletic's Sam Lee told the Let Me Talk podcast on Monday night. I was told by somebody who knows what's going on at City, but also I think probably Palace as well. He said he thinks Guehi wants to stay until the summer, and he prefers Liverpool to City in any case. Asterisk Liverpool must follow Man City example after Connor Bradley blow and bring forward transfer plan, having fought so hard to retain Marc Guehi's services in the summer, helping block a £35 million move to Liverpool on transfer deadline day in the process. Oliver Glasner's stance has seemingly softened now the window has reopened. Guehi is out of contract at the end of the season, and it has already been confirmed that he will not be signing an extension at Selhurst Park. The expectation had been that the 25-year-old would see out his current deal before having his pick of the clubs as a free agent come the summer. But after Manchester City lost both Josko and Ruben Dias to injury last weekend against Chelsea, leaving them short at centre-back as a result, the prospect of Guehi moving on mid-season has re-emerged. Asterisk Liverpool told huge offer needed for defender. As per Football Insider, Liverpool will have to pay a major sum to sign Jeremy Yokat from Rennes this month, as the League One club do not wish to lose him midway through a season. Pete O'Rourke said he's under contract until 2029, so it would take a huge offer in this transfer window to even make Rennes consider selling him. Marc Guehi boost as player gives green light for January move. Liverpool maintained their undefeated streak against Arsenal this week, but injuries are starting to take a toll. The Reds have yet to strengthen their first team in this transfer window. However, Arne Slot has brought in 19-year-old defender Noah Adekoya from Burnley. A deal is also believed to be nearing completion for 18-year-old centre-back Morandia, while Austria Vienna's young talent Ifeanyi Nukwyth is also rumoured to be close to a move to Anfield. However, fitness issues and absences are beginning to impact the senior squad. Mo Salah is currently on duty at the Africa Cup of Nations for Egypt. Alexander Isak is sidelined with an injury for some time, and Hugo Ekitike has been missing recently due to a minor fitness issue. ICYMI. Jamie Redknapp made to eat his words over Liverpool transfer with £64 million deal done with the January transfer window now past the 1-week stage, and Liverpool are looking to step up their activity to help Arne Slot finish the second half of the season in a strong fashion. While the Reds spent heavily in the summer with over £450 million in signings, there are still some clear gaps for the recruitment team to fill in over the coming transfer windows. Whether that's now or in the summer, the defensive department is one area of keen interest, but so too is the possibility of adding a winger who can make an immediate impact to the team. As a result, there have been links to a possible signing in the Premier League, most notably Antoine Semenyo, who had been on Liverpool's radar for a little while as time progressed. However, it became clear that a move to Manchester City was on the cards over a possible switch to Anfield this winter. With a £65 million release clause that made him a prime opportunity in the market, Liverpool, thought to be early favourites for Bradley Barcola, are thought to be the team holding the strongest interest in Bradley Barcola at present, despite links with Chelsea and Arsenal. However, no concrete talks have been held over the 23-year-old winger's future at PSG as of yet. A summer deal thought to be more likely than one this month. Every Liverpool transfer target, rated and slated as Marc Guehi update are heavily linked with a number of transfer targets this month, as the Reds aim to bolster their squad ahead of the rest of the season. Yan Diomande admits Liverpool dream as winger opens door to crazy. January transfer Yan Diomande has revealed it would be a dream come true to play for Liverpool one day. The 19-year-old joined RB Leipzig in the summer from La Liga side Leganés after they activated his €20 million release clause. Having impressed in his breakthrough season in the Spanish top flight, returning to goals from 10 appearances, he has been one of the standout stars in the Bundesliga this season following his move to RB Leipzig. The teenager, who is capable of playing as both a right winger and a left winger, boasts 7 goals and 4 assists from 16 appearances since signing for the German outfit. Szoboszlai rejects Bayern Munich and Real Madrid interest. It is said that Dominik Szoboszlai has shook off interest from both Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, as he looks to remain at Anfield. As per reports, the Hungarian midfielder has reached a preliminary agreement to renew his contract with Liverpool. Bad day for Gideon. Embarrassing FA Cup defeat for Crystal Palace as Marc Guehi and co are knocked out by Macclesfield in the biggest upset in the competition ever. Guehi appeared to have a little face-off with some Palace fans too, an extra push to leave early. Dream come true. Mortala Ndiaye has admitted Sadio Mane made him dream of playing for Liverpool. The teenager is believed to have joined in a deal worth around £1 million, as reported by the ECHO's LFC correspondent Paul Gorst, and signed a 4.5-year professional contract with Liverpool. I am very happy to join at Liverpool FC for my first experience abroad, he wrote on Instagram. It is a dream club, with a magnificent history and a rich record of success, shaped by great players, including Sadio Mane, who made me dream in this shirt. Chiesa talks between Juventus and Liverpool for Federico Chiesa are ongoing, according to the Bianconeri are willing to offer a loan deal with an obligation to buy. That obligation would be tied to the Italian's appearances in the second half of the campaign. Transfer plans. Liverpool must follow Man City's example after Connor Bradley blow and bring forward their transfer plan, writes Theo Squires. Now could be the time to sign Marc Guehi rather than let City take advantage to relieve the Reds' backline pressures. Liverpool interest club Brugge star Christophe Zolis has declared he will only leave the side should Liverpool or Barcelona come in for him. I'm not aware of any concrete interest at the moment, so I'm not even considering it. Maybe you know more than I do, laughs. De Zolis told Het Nieuwsblad, per Sport Witness. I'd like to win the title here first, although you never know, so I can't say with 100% certainty that I'll stay this winter. If a crazy team comes along, like Barcelona, Liverpool, anyway, you know what I mean, but I don't think that will happen in the winter. Diomande. If the winger is talking about Liverpool, Diomande has revealed he used to dream of playing under Jurgen Klopp and now has a connection to him at Leipzig. I couldn't believe it, because I used to dream of playing on his team, and now I meet him and exchange messages with him. It's crazy. I'm so happy about it, he said. But the youngster isn't thinking about transfers. While he is at AFCON, I don't pay any attention to the rumors. I try to stay focused, calm, and humble. For that, I need 100%. I'm doing my job here and not worrying about anything else. Asterisk rated and slated from Guehi to Diomande and even Adam Wharton and more. Each has been rated asterisk Szoboszlai agreement. Dominik Szoboszlai has reached an agreement in principle to extend his contract at Liverpool, despite interest from Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. According to Court Offside, Szoboszlai has been a standout performer in a tough season and has proven his value all across the pitch. It's good news if a deal comes off. Asterisk Diomande, interest. Liverpool have entered the race to sign RB Leipzig's young talent Yan Diomande according to reports. They join a host of clubs including Manchester United, Manchester City, Tottenham, Bayern Munich, PSG and Barcelona. An opportunity to hijack United plans is available with the Old Trafford club, believed to have already made a bid that has fallen short of Leipzig's £86 million asking price. Diop has 4.5 years left on his contract, leaving Leipzig in a strong negotiating position. News headline: Who is Yan Diomande? Man Utd Target says he wants to play for Liverpool in details. Asterisk Manchester United has been strongly linked with a January move for Yan Diomande, although it appears the RB Leipzig star only has eyes for a transfer to Liverpool. Asterisk. He might be the subject of Manchester United interest this month, but it seems Yan Diomande only has eyes for Liverpool. Asterisk. The 19-year-old has burst onto the scene in the Bundesliga after joining RB Leipzig in the summer, and his performances have not gone unnoticed. With rumors of another move doing the rounds at the moment, Liverpool has been linked, with advanced contact said to have been made last month. Although it's Manchester United that is being strongly linked at the moment. The Red Devils, though, won't be too thrilled to hear what Diomande has had to say about his dream move. Asterisk, I want to play at Anfield. I want to play for Liverpool, Diomande is reported to have said during a TikTok live video that has been doing the rounds on social media. I'm a big Liverpool fan. My father's dream is to see me play for Liverpool. Despite Court Offside claiming that United has made a bid for the teenager, then it seems it's Liverpool that holds an advantage for any potential transfer, whether it be this month or in the summer. Asterisk interest is particularly high in Diomande at the moment, with the winger flying after making the move to Leipzig in the summer, while he's also starring for Ivory Coast at the Africa Cup of Nations, having scored in the last 16 win over Burkina Faso on Tuesday. Asterisk Diomande has 7 goals and 4 assists from just 16 appearances for Leipzig this season, having made the move from Spanish side Leganés. Asterisk, it's been a rapid rise for the Abidjan-born forward. Diomande moved to the United States at a young age to join the DME Academy in Florida, where he helped RS Frenzy to an unbeaten season as he claimed the local league title in 2023. He went on trial with Scottish Premiership club Rangers later that year, but would return to Florida until getting picked up by Leganés in November 2024. Asterisk, he was handed his debut by the club against Real Madrid in March 2025, coming on as a late substitute in a 3-2 defeat at the Bernabeu, before earning his first start just 2 weeks later against Barcelona as his talent quickly became clear. Although Leganés would be relegated from La Liga, Diomande had clearly done enough to impress plenty of people as he earned his switch to Leipzig, going on to make his first start for the club against Bayern Munich on the opening day of the season. According to a Bundesliga profile on the player, Diomande is similar to Borussia Dortmund star Karim Adami, another player that has been linked with a move to Liverpool in recent years. Asterisk, he's a left winger with outstanding speed, can dribble, is very athletic and can finish. Leipzig managing director Marcel Schäfer said. He also never gives up the ball and works for the team. Despite all the excitement, we should give Yan enough time to settle into life in Leipzig and the Bundesliga. Asterisk, how much more time Diomande will get at Leipzig remains to be seen, with the 19-year-old earning plenty of admirers across Europe, and in particular in the Premier League, with Liverpool likely to be looking at forward options in the near future. That dream move to Anfield could well move closer to becoming a reality. News headline: Isak warned he'll be sold by Liverpool with superior player forcing him out. Details of the news. Stunning claims Alexander Isak could be sold after just 1 season that Liverpool have been made, with one observer explaining why the form of another Reds attacker could prove decisive. Liverpool set a new British transfer record over the summer upon signing Alexander Isak for 125 meters. The Reds had already smashed the record when paying £116 million for Florian Wirtz, but believed Isak should be signed at no matter the cost. The Swede lit up the Premier League at Newcastle but has endured a slow start to life at Anfield. Nagging injuries have hampered his progress and adaptation in his new side, while his teammates are still grappling with how to get the best out of the frontman who often goes long stretches during games without being involved. The end result is we're nearly halfway through the season and Isak has scored just twice for Liverpool. What's more, he's being massively outshone by fellow new striker Hugo Ekitike. The Frenchman is the first Liverpool player to reach 10 goals this season, 4 of which have come in his last 2 Premier League matches. And according to former Liverpool midfielder and outspoken pundit Dietmar Hamann, Isak is in danger of being sold to a club like Barcelona if he doesn't shape up. In quotes carried by Goal, Harman said, "I'm not sure Liverpool will sell anyone in January, but if things don't pick up for Alexander Isak come March or April, they'll probably have discussions to sell him to a club like Barcelona in the summer. There will be plenty of takers for Isak because he's shown his ability at Newcastle. It also largely depends on the form of Hugo Ekitike, because if he continues to improve, it'll be a struggle for Isak to get games unless he's forced out wide." Harman went on to claim that like Isak, fellow struggler Wirtz won't have unlimited opportunities at Liverpool and could be moved on if they aren't performing. "I think Liverpool will be okay financially even without the Champions League, because they wouldn't have spent the money they did if they couldn't afford it," he added. "Liverpool haven't been big spenders before last summer and they tend to spend the money wisely. If Liverpool don't perform, then they won't be forced to sell. However, players like Alexander Isak or Florian Wirtz may have their futures looked at if they aren't performing and the club aren't in the Champions League." Want more breaking transfer lines from original sources? Add Team Talk as a preferred source on Google to your favorites list for news you can trust. Will Liverpool sell Wirtz or Isak? Realistically, there is no chance Liverpool sell either player in 2026. While it's fair to say, the results both players have provided so far are not what was anticipated. Liverpool simply would not spend those kinds of sums on players they didn't have total belief in. A poor half-season will not result in Liverpool pressing the panic button. A perfect example of Liverpool's measured approach to transfers and looking long-term was Darwin Núñez. The Uruguayan cost a hefty £85 million, 18s included, when signed from Benfica in 2022, and it quickly became apparent he would not live up to the hype. Núñez struggled with his close control, finishing, hold-up play and the offside trap, and throughout his Liverpool tenure, showed no signs of improvement in any of those departments yet. Liverpool still persisted with Núñez for 3 full seasons before finally cashing in over the summer. To think Liverpool would sell Isak or Wirtz after just 12 months on Merseyside is madness. Latest Liverpool news: Semenyo Saline. Other news: Antoine Semenyo is understood to have all but ruled out 2 of his suitors for January, Manchester United and Tottenham. That leaves Liverpool in a head-to-head scrap with Manchester City, and the latest on Semenyo's situation can be found here. Elsewhere, initial talks between Liverpool and Mohamed Salah's camp have yielded one early conclusion: the Egyptian will not accept being a squad player. That poses a problem for Liverpool, not least because the 33-year-old's attacking output this season has dropped, and does not justify being given a free pass on the defensive side of the game. Further talks between the two parties will be held, with issues still to be resolved. News headline: Liverpool transfer news. Marc Guehi update issued as player admits he's open to move. Details of the news. The latest Liverpool transfer news as a winger makes his feelings clear on the Reds, and the Marc Guehi saga takes yet another twist. Liverpool continued their unbeaten run against Arsenal this week, but injuries are starting to bite. The Reds have yet to bolster their first team this transfer window, but Arne Slot has added a 19-year-old defender to his ranks in the form of Burnley youngster Noah Adekoya. A deal is also thought to be close for 18-year-old centre-back Moore Ndia, while Austria Vienna teenager Ifni Nduke is thought to be nearing a move to Anfield too. Yet fitness concerns and absences are beginning to take its toll. Mo Salah has been and still is on duty at the Africa Cup of Nations for Egypt. Alexander Isak is out for some time with injury, and Hugo Ekitike has even been absent of late with a minor fitness concern. Meanwhile, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate are the club's only fit first-team centre-back pairing. Right-back Connor Bradley also suffered an injury in the stalemate with Arsenal on Thursday. Mirror Football takes a look at the latest transfer news coming out of Anfield, with a tricky winger having his say on a move to Liverpool, and an update on Marc Guehi has emerged. Winger open to move. Club Brugge star Christos Izolas has said he will only leave the side should Liverpool or Barcelona come in for him. The left winger has scored 11 goals and bagged 9 assists so far this season. Rumours surrounding the 23-year-old's future are heating up, and he has cleared up the speculation, claiming he is happy whereas, unless a huge team makes a move for him, I'm not aware of any concrete interest at the moment, so I'm not even considering it. Maybe you know more than I do. Laughs. Tzoli's told Het Nieuwsblad. I'd like to win the title here first, although you never know, so I can't say with 100% certainty that I'll stay this winter. If a crazy team comes along, like Barcelona, Liverpool, anyway, you know what I mean, but I don't think that will happen in the winter. Marc Guehi updating. Landstar Guehi is reportedly willing to wait on agreeing his next club. Liverpool have long been linked with the 25, who was close to joining the Reds on transfer deadline day last summer until the deal collapsed late in the day. Guehi will become a free agent in the summer, with Manchester City, Arsenal, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich all linked with the star. It has been claimed that City want to sign the 25-year-old this month. City are said to be keen this month after injuries to Josko Gvardiol, Ruben Dias, and John Stones. Yet Talk Sport have claimed that Guehi may prefer to wait and pick his clubs after the World Cup. The report states that Guehi believes if he keeps playing at Crystal Palace, then he will bag himself a starting spot in Thomas Tuchel's squad for this summer's tournament. While Guehi is said to be happy to wait, there is a thought that the Eagles might prefer the money this month, with the club demanding in excess for £35 million. Speaking on his player's future, Palace boss Oliver Glasner said there will be a threshold where the club has to say, sell. If the player says, I want to leave and the money is above the threshold, it will happen. I'm not so naive not to know that if a massive offer comes from City and Marc wants to do it, it will happen.